Hello my beautiful people and welcome back. Today I went through my stack of fabrics and I come across this beautiful princess fabric, and it just really sparked joy for me, and it just makes me want to feel, it feels creative. It feels like it gets in touch with my inner child, and it just feels so freeing. So I thought, what could I do? I thought let's do a reading about how we can get into our joy, okay? Because that beautiful, joyful energy is so beautiful, and it's so freeing, and it's so vibrant, and it just helps us in all areas of our life if we can just see things in a light-hearted way, and without all the seriousness, and we can just look at life with wonder and awe, and embrace everything that comes our way with so much more trust and humor. Okay, so yeah, that's going to be the topic for today. I've got 4 groups here: group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4. So just feel out which one you're most drawn to and pick that, and I will get started with group 1. Okay. Righty. Alright, group 1. How can you bring more joy into your life? Okay, let's start with this card here. You have the unicorn card. It says innocence, trust, and honesty. To me, when I look at the unicorn, I think of childhood. I think of, and I just want to bring this down without wrecking my setup here, so you can see the cards a little bit better. Yeah, so with the unicorn, I think of that child energy. I think of that innocence, that purity, that, and it says trust here. It's trusting the flow in your life. It's trusting that if you get into that beautiful energy of, innocence, that beautiful energy of wonder and awe and connection with everything around you in a much more loving and humorous way, it helps you to be more connected. Because if you have a look here at this, at the unicorn, what's it called? Horn? Whatever it's called. You can see how high it's reaching for the sky. So with it reaching to the sky, to me, that's like it's reaching for that spiritual knowledge and that wisdom and that direction for you. So I feel like the more that you find that purity in every moment, that it will help direct your way, is what I'm hearing, okay? And I feel like, with the blue energy, what I'm hearing is that there is an aspect of you that does really have that beautiful, light-hearted energy. I feel like you are somebody who is very calming, but also playful in the way of just really sitting back and enjoying your time with people. Spirit's giving me vision. So I'm just seeing, you're sitting back with friends and family and really just laid back sort of person. Like, that's what I'm seeing. You're very laid back and chill, and it's easy for you when you get into that energy to really enjoy the moment. The next card we have is exceeding expectations. So when you exceed your expectation, when you achieve things in your life, this really opens you up to feel more joy. It says, I soar into excellence. So the more that you take steps in your life towards achieving goals, towards stepping out of your comfort zone, and believing in yourself, the more joy you feel. Because I feel like, to me, that when I look at these ferns here, I see it as like, the more that you take steps in your future towards personal growth, the more the fern grows up, and the more joy you feel, and the more warmth you feel, and the more glow in your life, and you just sit in vibrancy, you just sit in that beautiful joy. And that's really beautiful. Next card we have from the Archangels is Perspective. It says there's a better way, pause for reflection and insight, and dare to be different. And with this card alongside this exceeding expectations, I really see this as an opportunity for you to see things in another light. And to, if there's any heaviness in your life right now, there's really an opportunity for you to switch the perspective. And you can see with this, the Archangel is upside down. And so yeah, it's about like switching it around, and instead of seeing and they're saying this in a really funny sort of way, which I love, this, what looks like a circus here, if you switch the card, to me it looks like a hot air balloon or something like that. And he's like hanging from the hot air balloon. But you can see it from a really different angle. And if you can try and see things in your life from a different angle, perhaps you may see it in a more humorous way. And I'm also I'm getting the energy of like, look at life on a whole, on a spiritual perspective, because we come here to experience lessons, yes, but not just that. We come here to experience that real that creativity, and that bringing about all that we want in our lives, like bringing it together and really feeling it, really getting to experience so much in our lives, like so much, I want to say tangible things. And it's like our world is our oyster, and that's how we see it when we come here, when we choose to come into this reality. We are so excited as a soul because we want to experience the joy. We want to be able to experience experiences and see everything as it's for the first time, because we are blocked from seeing our past lives. So we want to get into this life and really experience it, and experience joy. But what we do sometimes is we get bogged down. We get bogged down by the negative energy, the heavy emotions, and what we feel are boundaries, what we feel are hurdles, what we feel are obstacles, whatever you want to call them. When we feel like they're in our way, we start to get burdened by it. And the more we get burdened by it, we get so serious that we forget to see the world with wide eyes. We forget to see them the way that a baby sees their life. They look, when they walk around or when they crawl around, they're experiencing and touching and feeling and really taking in every moment, because they're so excited to be here. And 1 minute they might fall over, okay, they might fall over and hurt their head and have a cry, but they get back up again and laugh. Okay, so that's what Spirit wants you to do, is every time that you fall over, don't forget to get back up and laugh, okay? Because you want to experience, like, yes, we come here to experience the depth, but we also come here to experience the height and the vibrancy and the love and the connections and the joy, all right? That's what I'm channeling for you. From the Moon Oracle, we have patience. Okay. So, I feel like with the patience card, I feel like that you have been lately moving through, because to me this looks like the tunnel, and I feel like you have been moving through stages in your life recently, and it may have felt more heavy than light, okay? And I just feel like there's a vastness out here. There's so much for you to be experienced, and Spirit is saying be patient with yourself as you move through this time, and to carry that balloon with you, because you know I feel like even though she's on her own in this picture, even though she has no idea what's ahead of her in this picture, that she's still carrying the balloon like a little child carries a balloon from, they grab one at a shop and they're just so happy because they're carrying this balloon. So if you can just focus on the joy within you as you walk this path, and that's going to help you enjoy the journey, really, so that when you're not waiting for the other end, because that's what I'm hearing as well. You're not waiting for the other end, you're experiencing the joy in every moment. And they're giving me they're giving me messages about myself for me to share with you. So like sometimes what I do is I will go out and I'll walk and I'll see something like, I don't know, it would be something really basic and it will remind me of something else. Like, for instance, the other day I was singing and then I saw like a number plate with 111, and I just had to laugh because I was singing about being positive and stuff. And then I saw the 111 and I had to laugh because it's just like, oh my God, this is so funny. That doesn't seem like much, but I'm just like, that to me is part of enjoying the journey, like having a little laugh at things. And or sometimes what's happened is if I'm like in that real frustrated or heavy emotions, I will look outside and I'll see a 333 on a car number plate, and then I'll be like, and I'll just start laughing because I just know that that's spirit just saying, we're here, we see it all, but don't forget to laugh, So if you can just look outside and just see and experience every moment like that. Or for instance, another memory is popping in. So like, if I walk down, one day I was walking down in the park and I saw this little green leafed insect, and I picked it up, and it just gave me so much joy because it was so, it really looked like a leaf, but it was this beautiful insect, and that just gave me so much joy. So there's joy around us everywhere. We just have to find it, and we have to find it within ourselves. The next card we have, now I've got two more cards. This card here is the animal spirit. So I wanted to bring in the energy of the animals to help us moving forwards in joy, group 1. So we've got deer. Be kind to yourself and others. Okay, so I feel with this that the message is that you tend to be hard on yourself. And I feel like this is because you are quite a spiritual person. And I feel like you are someone who has such a beautiful energy, and I feel like you are a very giving and nurturing and loving person. And I feel like, you have the potential to really help others, and I feel like you need to be kind to yourself. You need to love yourself. You need to nurture yourself. You need to... I'm also hearing, for those of you who have children, to how you would, or even if you don't have children, if you have nieces or nephews or brothers or sisters or any other young ones around you that you connect with, what would you share with them? What wisdom would you share with them if they were feeling, really upset, and if they were feeling anxiety, and if they were feeling like, they can't move forwards, what wisdom would you share with them, and so I feel like that's what can you share with yourself? How can you open yourself up to allowing that joy in? How can you share that with the young ones around you? Can you share that joy with others around you? Okay. But I feel like, it really starts with that kindness with self, and that expands outwardly, and it's almost like it comes back in, and you are surrounded in that beautiful, loving, joyful essence. Last card we have is a message for you, and it says, when I'm in alignment with the love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted. Lovely. So when you're in alignment with love, peace cannot be disrupted. So focus on the loving and joyful things in your life. Don't allow the distractions to wobble your peace, wobble your joy, and focus too on the animals around us. Focus on what really makes you happy, and whenever there are people around you, situations that happen that try to pull you out of that happy energy, find something to pull you back. And I want to say, while I say this, because not everything is all butterflies and angels, okay? Not everything is bubblegum and princesses, okay? There are times in life when, it's very hard. When you're in the darkness, it's very hard to get back into that light and that joy. Take your time. Be kind to yourself in the process, okay? Be loving toward yourself, nurture yourself, and take steps where you can to move towards that, okay? To move towards that beautiful source energy, that beautiful, joyful energy, and really just trust, like the unicorn, trust that you will come out of it and you'll be back in your joy. If you know that you can do that, you are halfway there. You are there, because that is the beauty of it. If you can see it in that way, and I hope you can understand what I'm saying, because I can feel it and I'm just trying to get it out. But it's like, if you get knocked down, just get back up again and feel that achievement, okay? And that will fuel you in moving forwards. So group 1, I hope that helps in some way. I hope that helps you moving into more joy in your life. I wish you many blessings. If you liked this reading, please like, share, please comment. I'd love to hear your journey. And I wish you all the best. If you'd like a private reading, my email is in the description box. Okay, moving on now to group 2. How can you move into more joy, group 2? Okay, let's start off with this card here. I have them all face down, but I choose whatever card I feel going with next. When I shuffle these cards, I shuffle them and they go face down. I do not see them until I take them out for the reading. So we've got, how can you get into more joy? Dream guide, teacher or guardian. Interesting. Okay. Just tuning into this a little more. I feel like there's a little bit of mystery here. Bit of mystery energy. I feel like with the door is closed. So I feel like But behind the door, I can see this beautiful light here. And I feel like perhaps you're closing yourself off from experiencing joy for some reason, or perhaps I'm also feeling that you are learning how to step from one phase in your life into the next. I'm going to get some more cards to clarify here because there's a little bit of mysterious energy here. Believing in magic. Trust magic is abounding in my life. Okay, so, you know, as I was saying with the door, it seems closed off. Things seem a little bit mysterious. And with this card, believing in magic, I feel like you need to open that door to really experience the magic in life. And as I was saying before, I also feel like you're moving from one phase of life to the next. So it's about shedding one part of your life and moving into the next and really opening the door into that. And because I feel like there may be some uncertainty and a little bit of mystery surrounding the next stage of your life, and perhaps this is causing a bit of anxiety and a little bit of worry, but Spirit really wants you to believe in the magic and know that firstly that you are magic and that you are able to paint your picture and create whatever you like, but you have the key. You have the key to your joy, and you are spiritually connected, and there's just so much abundance of beautiful tools in your life to move forward that you already have right now. And that you can use, like listening to music, because I'm seeing the little music tone. This brings you joy. Listen to music, and this will help bring in that next phase a lot more quickly as well. And also, I feel like there's a creativity energy here. So I feel like, saying create the space in your life for that joy, and create that space in your living environment for that joy. Cover your area, your room, your house with things that you love, so that you can walk around and just say, oh my goodness, I'm so grateful for these beautiful things that I have, and just feel that sense of joy with that. The next card I have for you from the Archangels is 3 of Ariel. Do what you love, a time of great personal growth in your career or artistic endeavors, working with others in a cooperative manner. Okay, so I feel like with this you are creating. You could even be somebody who's creating something physically, so you could be doing some sort of invention, or building a business, or you could be doing a hobby or a project that you really love that you want to bring into something that you can make money from. But this is something that really brings you joy. Okay, these projects that you are doing bring you joy. So, and this creative energy is bringing you joy. But I'm hearing Spirit saying too that to focus on the joy of what you're creating, not on the pressure surrounding that, because I feel like for some of you, you're putting pressure on yourself, like, oh, I need to have all this done because I need to make money or whatever. And what that's doing, it's squandering your chance of really enjoying this creation. Okay, and so really be open to just experiencing each step of the way. And, like he's looking in at this beautiful little, there's like a little trinket box here. I don't know if you can see that really clearly. I'm going to focus on that. And there's a little fairy in there. And I feel like, to me, I'm getting the feeling he's made this and he's looking at it going, wow, look at what I've made. Okay. So really appreciate your growth, appreciate each step of the way, and enjoy this time of creating. Next card I have from the Moon Oracle. How can you move into more joy? We have sovereignty. I feel like with this, we seem to have a little bit of focus issues. Oh, there we go. So I feel like with this, the sovereignty, I'm feeling like you are building your empire. You are creating a space for you that you want in your life. You are, and with the 4 and the 1, 4 for me is like the building blocks, and the 1 is in new beginnings and your direction in life, and bringing that together is the 5. So it's like that change I was talking about, that moving from one area of your life to another. And I feel like you are really you are wanting to bring in that magic in your life. You're wanting to bring in a sense of joy all around you. So you are shifting and changing things, okay? And I feel like it's in the works at the moment. I feel like the universe is switching things up. So if you don't see this happening right now, the message I'm getting for you guys is it's all happening behind the scenes. I'm just seeing things being shifted and changed, and things are becoming reality, and they are going to get to a point in your life. You are going to get to a point in your life where you are it's just gonna happen very quickly when it does. Okay, so just focus on what you're doing right now, this creation, this project, this invention, whatever it is for you, however it looks for you. Focus on the joy of it in the moment, so that then A, it brings it in a lot faster, B, you're actually enjoying your life as you're creating it, and 3, know that it's all happening for you. Okay, now I drew out 2 animal cards for you. One we got is the swan. It says, you are beautiful just as you are. And we got, do your chores. Okay. So I feel like, with this card, the swan here, I'm seeing this dragonfly. So to me, that's the transformation in your life that's going on right now. And with the swan, I feel like there's that peaceful energy. So I feel like if you get into that real peaceful energy, that's going to give you more joy as well. And to believe in yourself as well, and believe in what you are working towards. You're really going to achieve prosperity and emotional fulfillment. Okay, that's what I'm getting. So with do your chores, I feel like that's just the steps that you're taking. It's the steps that you're taking towards Okay, just coming back to the reading, because my phone turned off before my camera turned off, so I have to come back to the reading. So I was up to the beaver card here, and from memory I was talking about, I believe that do your chores is about taking the steps towards creating more joy in your life, and also I'm hearing creating more flow in your life, and really building your foundations moving forwards in your life. So that's what I feel like for those animal guides there. And then I've got 3 messages from the universe for you. So let's have a look at the first one. The first one here is, there is a stream of love supporting my dreams. The second one is, I'm unapologetic about what I desire and trust that what I focus on will grow. And thirdly, we've got, oneness is my true nature. So this is about, for me, the message from the universe moving into joy is about being one with who you are, and allowing love to support you, allowing the universe to support you, and trust that whatever you're focusing on will come into reality, and that the more you focus on love and joy, the more ease you're going to have in your life. So that's the messages I have for you, Group 2. Thank you for listening, and I wish you all the best. If that resonates for you, I'd love to read your comments. If you'd like a personal reading, my email is in the description box below. Okay, now moving on to Group 3. Let's see what Spirit have for you, Group 3, on how you can bring more joy into your life. The first card we have for you is assessing. So I feel like with the assessing card, I'm going to bring it up closer to this because I love having a look at the visuals. I love for you guys to see them. You can see how she's got the little telescope, and she's having a look. She's really focusing her energy on a particular project, a particular area of life, a particular manifestation. And with the 9, this is to me is about growth and endings as well. So I feel like, you are wanting to you've got an idea or a visualization of what it is that you want to bring forwards to move towards more joy. And you can see the hot air balloon here. And this is about rising above. So I feel like saying also rising above your current circumstances so that you're able to see clearly what it is that you want to bring forwards. And I feel like for some of you, you've already been rising above and you've already seen quite clearly what it is that you want to bring forwards as well. Next card I have is the new waxing moon. So with this one here, this is about conception, inner self, and expansion. And you can see with this photo, with this card here, that she is focused on the moon. So I feel like there's a real opportunity for you to get clear near the new moon as well, to be able to create forward movement, okay? I also feel like the moon itself brings you joy. I feel like watching the moon, being out at night really brings you joy, really calms you. I'm just seeing in both of these cards, and these are from 2 different decks, all those stars and the moon. So I feel like, get outside and at night and lay down and look at the stars and look at the moon, and because I feel like this will bring more joy into your life as well and help you feel a larger sense of belonging as well. The next card I have for you, which is another one from the moon oracle, is will. So with this card here, and again we have the cosmic, we have the stars and the universe, so I really feel like this is, very much key to your joy. I feel like, it's about creating a space for yourself where you can really bring down and have a real idea of what it is that you want to bring forwards, because I feel like, to me, she's masked in that picture. So I feel like, and she's sort of crossed into herself, like her arms are folded. So I get the sense here that, you're holding the light, but you need to bring it forwards. And we're talking about joy here. So I feel like, don't be afraid to express your joy. Don't be afraid to get outside and, use the fire twirlers or dance around the fire, or, whatever it is that you feel drawn to doing Don't be afraid of what other people think of you. Just be who you are, because this is going to really bring you into more joy. Take the mask off and be who you are. Be yourself. The next card I have for you is communicate freely. It says, I communicate from the depths of my being. Again, this, I feel like it aligns with that being who you are. And, you know, I feel like for you, there's a sense of accomplishment and freedom in being able to say what it is that you want to say and be who it is that you want to be, and, you know, do the things that you really enjoy, and not worrying about what other people think. And because I have a real sense here that you have a really fun spirit about you, and that you love to get out and get dirty even, and just really have a good time. But I feel like you hold back at times because you're afraid of what other people may think of you. So, you know, really embrace who you are and don't worry about what other people think. And even if they do make a judgment of you, you know, does it really matter? Like, at the end of the day, you don't want to stop living your life because of what other people think of you. Otherwise, you'll never ever move forwards, guys. You'll never get to be free. You'll never, you know, be able to feel the joy because you're holding back all the time. So I feel like that's what Spirit's really wanting to tell you right now. Okay, messages from the archangels. The first card we have here is the Ten of Gabriel. It says, ask your angels for helpful people to lighten your load, working too many hours and trying too hard to please others. So Archangel Gabriel is saying that you need to ask for support. You need to make your job easier as well. I feel like saying that if, you know, you do have a lot of chores and you don't have a lot of help, that if you can ask people to help, do so. If you don't feel like you can ask people to help, then choose ways that you can make the job fun. I also want to say that maybe getting organized and having a routine, and also I'm hearing is you may have to take away some things out of your, like, really prioritize. Okay, that's the right word. Thank you, Spirit. Prioritize what it is that you need to do first, so that you do not overload yourself, because you're not enjoying yourself if you're overloading yourself. You know, you start to feel burdened and weighed down and heavy, okay? And that's moving away from joy. We want you to feel light and happy and joyful. So, you know, and if you do have people around you that you can help, don't be afraid to help. We are all here to serve each other. And for some of you, I feel like it could be also a sense of, oh, if I just do it, it'll get done. You know, that sort of energy where you're just overloading yourself. So, you know, you need to ask other people around you. And for some of you, I'm getting the sense that some of you have teenagers that could help, because Spirit's showing me those images. So you have teenagers that can get up and help. And I feel like sometimes it just feels like hard work. But Spirit's saying, you know, you need to delegate the tasks for them to do, because it's just taking too much of you. And at the end of the day, you need to look after your health, and you need to look after your sense of well-being. You could even try writing a list for them to do, and bring that forth. And yeah, so I'm just getting that sense that you really need to offload, and that the opportunity's there for you. You need to take it and not take on everything yourself. The next Archangel card we have for you is the Eight of Michael. It says you can be free. Make a courageous choice to change your situation, not seeing things clearly. So I feel like with this card that you feel like you're trapped in your situation, and this is bogging you down. This is not allowing the joy in because you're feeling anxiety, you're feeling worry, you're feeling trapped, and and Archangel's Michael saying that you can be free and to make a choice, because I feel like with this the message is about, you have all these, you have some opportunities here and some choices to make, and you're not sure which one, or you feel like you cannot make a choice. You could even be allowing people around you to hold you back, so in some way. So I feel like you need to release those attachments and walk free openly, like the girl is in the picture. You can see her arms already, and she's trusting Archangel Michael, who's right behind her. So I feel like that's a message for you. And we now have a message from the animal spirits. And we have the rabbit for you. So how can you move to more joy in your life? Ask for help. So we have this card again. So I feel like for a lot of you, you have people around you who are able to support and help you. So you need to release the load so that you are able to have more time to play as well. I'm getting images of the bunny hopping around and exploring its surroundings. And I also want to say to get out and be a bit more adventurous. And if you delegate some tasks for other people, it gives you more time to go out and explore and enjoy nature and enjoy your surroundings. Be a bit more adventurous as well. Okay, group 3, the last, I've got 2 cards for you from the universe, so let's have a look at these. The first one, it says, I surrender to a power greater than me. And then the last card is, I honor how I want to feel. Yeah, like I was saying, group 3, I feel like, what's holding you back from more joy is, you're not surrendering to, others to help. And I feel like, you're not, you feel like you want to play, you feel like you want to embrace life fully. However, some reason you're holding back and you're not embracing yourself, and I feel like you really are holding back because of other people. So I feel like the message for you, group 3, is to really surrender and to honor what you really feel, honor what you want to do moving forwards, to allow this joy to come into your life and to allow more flow into your life and to allow amazing opportunities of adventure to come into your life. I feel like, a great way is to really explore the area you're in. I feel like, because Spirit's telling me that a lot of the time what we tend to do is we tend to only go to the same places all the time. We don't tend to explore outside of what our regular places that we go to. So I feel like, they're saying to really get out and explore somewhere different, because this really shifts the energy as well. And it gets you into that beautiful wonder and awe. Okay. So that's the messages for you, group 3. I hope that helps you in moving forwards towards more joy and flow into your life. I wish you all the best, and if you feel this message resonates, please leave me a message. I'd love to read it. And if you'd like a private reading, I have my email in the description box. Thank you very much, group 3. Okay, group 4. how can you move into more joy in your life, Group 4? Let's have a look at the first card for you, Group 4. The first card we have for you is release. Releasing. So for you, I feel like there's an opportunity of change for you. I feel like the change that's coming upon you is full of much more joy and love. But I feel like there's an aspect that you're holding on to the past. So I feel like you need to release the past, release the fears, release any negativity, release any thought patterns that are holding you back from experiencing joy in your present moment, as well as what I'm hearing. Let's have a look at the other cards. The second moon oracle we have is wisdom. So I feel like with the wisdom card, for you it's about gaining more knowledge and more learnings. I feel like this is really going to help you focus and create more space of joy through learning, through expansion, and focus. And we have with the 2 and the 7, that's a 9. So 9's about growth and endings in your life. And then we have the 2 and 2, which is 4. So the 2 and 2 is about balance, and the 4 is about building towards your foundations in your life. The next card we have for you is fruition. So with this one here, we have the 3 and the 7, so that's 9. Oh, sorry, 10. So completions and new beginnings. So again, I feel like once you release the past, once you release any patterns that do not serve you, I feel like you're moving into new beginnings. So much more abundance, creativity, and knowledge. I feel like for you, Group 4, I'm seeing much more expansion of knowledge. So, some of you may be going to university or taking a new course. Some of you may be developing a certain area of your life, personal growth, knowledge of self, knowledge of spirituality. I just really feel there's an expansion of knowledge here. I'm also hearing too that you've gained a lot of knowledge and a lot of wisdom from your past experiences. The next message I have for you is igniting courage. It says, I am strong, valiant, and courageous. I feel like there's a sense here of taking a leap into the future, into the new beginnings, into something new. There's a real opportunity here. We have the sun, illumination, growth, and God energy. This to me is like the illumination is what I feel, and that the sun is shining on you right now, and that opportunity beckons. I really feel that moving towards joy, moving towards your new beginnings is going to bring you more joy. And I really feel like the sun is shining on you right now, and that your guides, angels, your spiritual support is there with you, guiding you and encouraging you to really step forwards and have the courage to take a leap of faith. Have the courage to take up that course and trust it, know that you can do this. Have the courage to step forward into whatever it is that you're being guided to step forward into your new beginnings. Because there's a lot of joy for you there. And I also hearing that when you take action, I feel like this fuels you, and you feel joyful because you feel like you've got a purpose. You feel like you're here for a reason. You feel so passionate and ready for more. The messages from the archangels, we have the first one is Page of Raphael. Apologies, my camera keeps going in and out of focus. It says, gently, loving, dreamy, open-hearted. A new emotional situations, message regarding relationships or social invitations, and great intuitive insights. So I feel like with this card, I'm getting the sense of emotions here. I feel like it's about getting in touch with your emotions. And as I look at that mat, I think of the magic carpet. And when I think of that, I feel like it's time for you to soar into new heights and discover more of who you are and what you're capable of. I feel like you are capable of so much. And the more you discover, the more you soar into greater heights, the more joy you're going to experience. I just feel like a lot of fiery energy here. I feel like you need to ignite that fire within. Because I feel like you've been lacking joy. I feel like you've been just sort of, you could even be in a hermit mode where you've just been by yourself a lot, or you just feeling like, I just feel like you're at a stage, or you have been at a stage where you just don't know what it is that brings you joy anymore. But I really feel like the way to your joy is to really start taking some chances in your life and having the courage to step forward and take chances and live abundantly, I'm hearing. The next Archangel card I have for you is the Three of Michael. And this says, release the past, you'll grow from this situation, time heals all wounds. So again, this goes with the, I'm just going to bring that in a bit. This goes with this card here. So it's about releasing and releasing the past. And the more you release and let go, the more light that can come in and the more joy you will feel. I feel like for some of you, you have been experiencing grief. I feel like I'm getting the message that some of you have lost someone close to you. And I feel like you need to allow yourself to cry. You need to allow yourself to really feel. And this is going to give you the freedom. This is going to help you stepping forwards. Because I'm hearing, and this could be a particular message for someone watching this, is that the more you hold on and not cry and not let out the emotions, the longer the grieving process is going to take for you. It's okay to feel emotion. When you feel the emotion, you allow the healing. And ask Archangel Michael to help. Call on the archangels or your spirit guides to help in releasing. And releasing the situation that you're in. If some of you are in a difficult situation now and find it hard to see the joy right now, especially if you're in a heavier situation that needs to be let go of, it can be difficult to trust that the new beginnings and the choices that you're making towards the new beginnings are really going to bring joy. But I'm hearing that they are. The next Archangel card I have for you is the Eight of Gabriel. I'm just going to move this out of touch. It says, a great deal of activity, sudden and immediate results, and important communication. Important communication is really standing out for me with this card. So I feel like there's someone that's coming in to help support you, or you're going to hear something. I feel like also there's a sense here that some of you are going to get a message. I feel like the message may come through a song for some of you. Like you'll just like turn on the radio and you hear something. And I'm hearing my guides saying that if you ever hear something you go, oh my goodness, that really relates, that's a particular message for you. And that's really going to help you in your healing process. I'm also hearing that music can also help with joy to lift your mood. So you can listen to music that's really going to, it could either be really upbeat music that makes you dance and move or sing. It can be something very spiritual, very calming. That's what I'm getting from Eight of Gabriel. Now we have a animal spirit card here for you, and it's the buffalo. And the buffalo's message for you, grateful, is be thankful for all that you have. So the buffalo wants you to feel grateful. The buffalo wants you to get in the energy of gratitude. And enjoying every present moment that you're in as much as you can. And, I know that can be difficult for me. From my experiences, when you're in a difficult situation or if you're experiencing grief, it can be really hard. It can feel like really hard work just to exist sometimes. But the buffalo is saying that the more you find joy in every moment, even in the simple things, the easier life gets, the more your perspective changes. And that before you know it, you'll be at the peak of the mountain and you'll be enjoying the view of your life and you'll be feeling so much joy because you have worked so hard to get up that mountain. And that you've enjoyed every moment along the way. So when you do get to the peak of your life, you're just going to feel like every little thing matters. And you're going to be so grateful for everything that you've experienced along the way. That's the message I feel from the buffalo. And the last card we have for you, Group 4, is a message from the universe. And the message from the universe is, I always trust the direction of the universe and know I'm being guided. Okay, so we have the dragonfly here for transformation and magic. And trusting the direction of the universe, knowing that you are guided. This is going to help you feel safer in the present moment, I'm hearing. Therefore, you can enjoy the present moment and feel much more joy along the journey. Because Spirit's reminding me right now that it's not about the destination, but about the journey. So for you, Group 4, take a chance. Trust. And experience more joy and gratitude in every moment. And that's all I have for you, Group 4. I wish you all the best. I wish you all the joy moving forwards in your life.